when it comes to ugly cars, sometimes it's just a matter of taste. Something I might like might not be the same as something you might like. But in other cases, you've got some cars that almost everyone agrees are flat out hideous. Today, we'll be taking a dive down my list of the top 5 ugliest cars I can manage to find. So let's get started. Hi guys, welcome again to Cartopia. And I'm back again with another fascinating video for you. This list is comprised of some of the ugliest cars I could think of. And just know that this is totally opinion based. So if you have any suggestions or honorable mentions, make sure to leave them down in the comments. And make sure to stay till the very end to see what video. And make sure to stay till the very end to see which vehicle takes the #1 spot. And before we begin, hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to receive updates of my latest content. Alright, so let's dive in. Number 5. Nissan Juke. The biggest shock I've ever seen is the dollar amount that this vehicle has managed to rack in year after year. Nissan Juke managed to sell about 38,000 models its first year in the United States. How? I have no idea. And although it has made plenty of money, you can't deny its ugliness. The unconventional part of the Nissan Juke is its pointy lights. A dual combo of the odd, edgy, and bug-eyed headlights makes the front end the strangest part of the car. It has a grille opening at the base of the hood. It almost seems too stylized, almost like they kept adding, then adding, and adding. Nobody knew where to stop. The front end is the most polarizing part of this thing. The sloping roofline is bulbous and round, with the back of the car having a more sporty look. It's almost like they combined 4 or 5 different cars together and this was Frankenstein's monster. The outcome being a hideous design. Number 4. Nissan Cube. With number 4, we present you with the Nissan Cube. Now, I know what you might be thinking. 2 Nissans? Really? And the truth is, I didn't make this list to bash Nissans. The Juke and Cube just so happened to be 2 of the ugliest cars ever sold, so that's not my fault. But with that being said, modern day Nissans look pretty good, and let's not forget the legendary GTR, as well as the Skylines of days past. With all these amazing cars, a few turds were bound to slip through the cracks. The Cube just looks weird, plain and simple. With its asymmetrical rear design and its short, stubby body, it doesn't exactly give off the most confident or striking stance. For these reasons, as well as the fact that I just don't like it, the Cube takes the number 4 spot on this list. Number 3. PT Cruiser. When it comes to the PT Cruiser, there's no denying the fact that Chrysler definitely had good intentions when designing this car. Now, did it fall flat? Of course. But still a good effort nonetheless. You see, the PT Cruiser was meant to be reminiscent of the 1950s automobile style, with its bold lines and its large fenders. The heart was absolutely there on the design table, but the execution fell flat. You ended up with a fat behind and a narrow front. Loaded car is an absolute mess. And how could we forget about the wood paneling? Please just don't Google it. If you care about yourself, don't ever Google PT Cruiser wood panel. Number 2, the Pontiac Aztec. The Pontiac Aztec will go down in history as one of the ugliest cars ever created. Mark my words. Look at the car from all angles. I dare you to try to find a pleasant angle of this thing. The body design has no smoothness and is full of jagged, hard, and harsh lines. Almost like a less cool Tesla Cybertruck. You might recognize this car if you've seen the hit TV show Breaking Bad, which utilizes this car to display the pathetic side of Walter White. On top of all of its hideous design features, there are a few practicality issues in it too. The car's battery is adjusted beneath a bar, which has to be pulled out when replacing the battery, or tinkering with the engine in general. A hideous plastic cladding wraps up the body of the car. The bar on the back covers the rear windshield and acts as a hindrance for the driver, giving you a lovely huge blind spot when looking out the back. The Pontiac Aztec is considered a sports recreational car for moving on adventure over unpaved paths, but its aggressive look does not seem suitable for off-roading. All in all, this car sucks. Number 1. Fiat Multipla. A synonym for Fiat Multipla could probably be nausea-inducing. The Italian automaker is one of the best manufacturers when it comes to the sleek design of cars, but the Fiat Multipla is a chunky, strange model. Fiat released the Multipla in 1998, and this fat bulge is a quirky family car, a complete package occupying 2 rows with triple seats. The enormous chunks of the windshield and the windows are like a compact greenhouse. The Fiat Multipla was a so-called family car due to its gigantic size, but for some reason they had a hard time selling these things. I can't imagine why. It has a normal set of headlights at the base of the hood and also a second pair at the base of the windshield on the giant U-shaped panel for some reason. I truly do not know what the heck the designers were thinking or smoking when they made this thing. This car seems to be 2 different ugly cars that have been chopped in half and then welded together to create one awful car. If all that exterior isn't bad enough, just know that the interior sucks too. The car's center console has a cluster of instruments, presenting an ugly look at the car's interior as well. The gauges are stacked in an unappealing way. If I never saw this car again, it would be too soon. So, that'll do it for today's list. I hope you liked the video. If you didn't like it, make sure to tell me why. And if you made it to the end of this list, I'm sorry. But if I had to look at these hideous cars, then so do you. Hit that subscribe button for more content coming out soon, and comment some suggestions for future videos to come. Peace out.